9 stabbed on Tel Aviv bus in suspected terror attack. Israel blames PA for attack as Hamas rejoices. Israeli source says Syria strike meant to hit low-ranking guerrillas. And Obama warns Congress of diplomatic failure with Iran. Shalom and welcome to the Jerusalem Post News, the top stories for January 21st. A suspected terrorist stabbed at least 9 people on a bus in central Tel Aviv this morning. At least 4 of the victims, including the bus driver, were in serious condition, while 3 others suffered moderate injuries and 2 were lightly hurt. Our crime correspondent Ben Hartman is on the phone with us with more on the story. Ben, can you take us through exactly what's happened this morning?
Around 7 a.m. Wednesday morning, a Palestinian man from the West Bank began to stab several passengers on a number 40 bus coming from Bat Yam to central Tel Aviv. The bus began to swerve and stopped on the side of the road, and as the passengers and the attacker began to flee, a group of officers from the prison service who were in a van behind the truck gave chase. They managed to shoot the man and apprehend him. He's lightly wounded. He's been taken for medical treatment and will be investigated. All we know at the moment is that he is a young man from the West Bank. He's believed to have been illegally in Israel. It is not known if he has any sort of membership in any terror organization, or if he acted alone, or if he had any accomplices.
Thanks, Ben. The Prime Minister's office has blamed the attack on Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas for allowing vicious incitement against Israel.
This morning's terrorist attack in Tel Aviv is driven by the same hatred that has motivated similar such attacks in Paris, in Brussels, and across the world. And Hamas, by praising this morning's attack, has once again demonstrated exactly what Hamas is: a brutal and vicious terrorist organization. Now, President Abbas, the leader of the Palestinians, cannot have it both ways. He can't link arms with world leaders in Paris to condemn terrorism when he links arms with Hamas back at home.
Hamas spokesperson Sami Abu Zuhri said the stabbing was, quote, a natural response to Israeli terrorism against the Palestinian people. Palestinian media swiftly rejoiced over the attack with a series of celebratory cartoons. A senior security source said yesterday that an Iranian general killed in an alleged Israeli strike in Syria was not its intended target. Iranian Revolutionary Guard General Mohammad al-Adadi was killed with a Hezbollah commander and the son of the group's late military leader, Imad Mournia, in Sunday's attack on a Hezbollah convoy, which killed 12 people in total. According to the source, Israel believed it was attacking low-ranking guerrillas. The source declined to be identified because Israel has not officially confirmed it carried out the strike. His remarks appeared to be aimed at containing any escalation with Iran or Hezbollah, who have vowed to strike back. US President Barack Obama warned lawmakers last night not to trigger new sanctions against Iran over its nuclear program.
Our diplomacy is at work with respect to Iran, where for the first time in a decade we've halted the progress of its nuclear program and reduced its stockpile of nuclear material. But new sanctions passed by this Congress at this moment in time will all but guarantee that diplomacy fails, alienating America from its allies, making it harder to maintain sanctions, and ensuring that Iran starts up its nuclear program again. It doesn't make sense.
Obama's comments were made during his 6th State of the Union address to the nation. The president appealed to legislators not to pass the Nuclear Weapon-Free Iran Act of 2015, which will be introduced in the Senate this week. After 15 months at the negotiating table, US negotiators are convinced that Iran will interpret Congress's actions as a violation of the Joint Plan of Action, an interim nuclear accord that has set the terms for talks. And that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more news from Israel. Until then, shalom from the Jerusalem Post studios.